Jill Carvalho asks, or is it Gil? Sorry if I got the name wrong. What amazing quality video. It's not actually a question either, but this is a question. How do you get that image from the Canon M50? I have the same camera, the same lens, the 16mm Sigma 1.4. I don't even get close to your images. Can you make a video showing us what your M50 presets are and how you color grade your videos? Thanks. No problem. This video is for you. So to get good quality video from any camera, not just the Canon M50. I do use Canon M50. I've had it since launch date back in 2017, was it? 2018, I think it came out. It's a fantastic camera. It's good that it's got that dual pixel autofocus. It's a APS-C cropped sensor camera from Canon, and it's a really good camera. It's been incredibly successful for Canon before they went and blew it with all that overheating stuff. But the other good thing about it is that you can add an external microphone, you can add interchangeable lenses as well, and this particular lens that you're looking at is the Sigma 16mm f1.4 contemporary lens. Now that does make all the difference. This particular lens is absolutely fantastic. It's not the highest grade lens by any stretch of the imagination. It's around £300, along with you can pick the camera up for about £300 second hand now as well. So altogether this setup you're looking at is about £600. Now it's definitely on the lower end, but still not cheap, but the image quality you can get out of it is really superior to a lot of other cameras around the same sort of price point. But to get similar results, there's three things you need to do. And number one is you need to switch that camera to manual mode. That's right, don't be scared. I'm not talking about manual mode on the dial, I'm talking about video manual mode in the camera settings. So let's go to the camera settings with a little picture of me on the side and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Right, we're in the camera settings. This is the sort of dark screen. I've put the cap on the lens so you don't see anything because you'll just be staring at my keyboard, which isn't very interesting. To start with, what we need to do is to go to settings, shooting mode, and make sure it's off auto exposure and all that rubbish, and you need it on manual exposure, manual video mode, okay? So then that gives you control over the shutter speed, the aperture, and the ISO yourself. You're controlling everything. In a studio environment, that is really easy to do. If you're out and about and you're shooting in manual video mode, you're gonna need an ND filter if you want to keep that ISO down and you want to keep your f-stop really wide open. So if you want f1.4 outside, you're gonna need a ND filter. So just bear that in mind if you're shooting outside. If you're in the studio environment where you control the lights, this is perfect. This is how you do it. On the bottom left hand side corner is the shutter speed. Now I'm shooting in 24 frames per second or 25 IPB full HD because I'm in Europe. It would be 24 if you're in US because that's a whole different video. So I'm shooting full HD, not 4K on the M50 because we lose the dual pixel autofocus, which is, yeah, another video. So 25 frames per second, and the shutter speed always has to be, for video, as a general rule anyway, double the frame rate. So the frame rate is 25, so my shutter speed is 1/50. That is the first really important setting. Aperture is personal preference. I like shooting wide open because you get that depth of field behind me. Even if my studio's a mess behind, it's blurred out and you can't really see it apart from the lights and the blurred out sort of shelf in the background. So the lower the aperture, 1.4 is the maximum on this 16mm lens, the more blurred out it's going to look. And that gives it a nice cinematic, pretty look, and it's very pleasing to the eye. So keep it wide open. In this particular situation, I've got it set at 1.8 because 1.4 is just a little bit bright with the lights that I've got. And then ISO, you want your ISO at the lowest possible ISO that your camera can shoot. With the M50, it's 100. That gives you the best possible image sent to your sensor. You're not getting any grain, any noise in the image. ISO 100, the lower the ISO, the better the image. If you use higher ISOs, anything above 1600 ISO, then you're going to start to get noise into the image, which is, yeah. Apart from that, I'm not using any special presets when it comes to the camera. The white balance is just set on daylight at the moment, but usually I do have it on auto white balance, so we'll change that back over. The picture style, I've just got set to auto. There are different ones in there. I don't tend to mess around with that too much. I'm not an expert, it's got to be said, but I find the Canon color science and the way the Canon cameras look straight out of camera just look really nice, so I don't tend to go in there and start messing about with stuff. Back on the M50 now, and if you're getting value from this video and you're enjoying this content, please make sure you do subscribe down below and press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Loads and loads of tech videos. Our slogan on this channel going forward for 2021 is take it easy. So yeah, there's going to be lots and lots of fun coming up over the next year or so. The channel is growing nicely, so make sure you subscribe, don't miss out. The second thing I want to talk about to get your picture looking really good on any particular camera, like I said, you can use anything. I mean, phones these days, the iPhone 12, fantastic, really, really good. And if you've got this next thing done right and correctly, then any camera looks great. Lighting. Now, I've not spent a fortune on lighting. I'm doing an episode soon talking about my dream tech gear. I really, really want a aperture light where it's got a massive softbox. It gives you that nice soft light all over your face, gives the skin tones that nice colour, and it's just the best light you can buy for the money, but it is very, very expensive. Now the lights I'm using are just off Amazon. They're cheap softboxes. I think I paid about £25. I've got 2 of them by the side of me, and then I've got just a couple of other lights. I've got like a little ring light there. I've got a background light to give me the background just a nice feel, and I've got sort of a fill light there that just lights up the wall and gives me a bit more light on this side of the face. So that's the next thing you really need to concentrate on. Get your lighting set up right. I could do better in here, and when I do get my studio renovated, I'm going to add more lighting in here. You can have a key light up there. You need good lighting, and that makes all the difference when it comes to how your video looks. So as long as this softbox gives you that nice soft light on the side of your face, like a beautiful angel caressing the... What am I talking about? So lighting is the next thing. Get your lighting set up right. Just experiment with different lights, different locations, different angles to make the picture look how you want it to look. The third and final point is nothing to do with picture, but it is to do with sound. And you might think, hold on Al, this is a video about shutter speeds and ISO and video and how to get the video looking really nice. But strange as it sounds, good sound makes all the difference on your videos. I've showed you how to get the picture, manual mode, lighting, but you need the sound good as well. If your sound isn't good, then the video, it doesn't matter what the video looks like. Bad sound ends a video, full stop. I use the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. We talked a little bit about this microphone on the podcast. Go and check that out, by the way. Myself and Danny Black from Brisbane. Tech is Hard, the podcast, is available on all your podcasting platforms and on YouTube. Go over there. All the links to how to go and watch that and listen to it will be down below. Go and check that out, guys. But we talked a little bit about this microphone on the podcast because Danny's just picked one up. And it is really, really good microphone. It's a couple of years old. It's not a new microphone, but for the money, it's probably the best you can get. I've got that microphone just hooked up onto a microphone arm, like a boom arm, and it's sort of just out of frame here so you can hear it and it sounds all nice. So that is the microphone I use for that. Podcast wise, I have got a Audio Technica A220 here with a pop filter into an XLR USB microphone output that goes into the PC if you want to step it up a level for podcasting, but I do use that on some videos as well, so it's a really, really good microphone. So those are the 3 things you need to do to get the video looking like this, not just on the Canon M50 with the Sigma 16mm 1.4, but with any camera. Follow those 3 steps and you can get good quality just like this. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Check out the podcast channel up there. I'll link it up above. And if you want to grab some Zandaran merch, click that link. And another video you might be interested in will probably block my face around here. But thanks for watching. See you soon. Take it easy. Take it easy. Gotta get a t-shirt done with that.